welcome to Football Twaddle. My name is Saru. We have a full house here. Yash, what's up?
What's up? All good, buddy.
Tanuj, how are you? After we had lunch, are you fine?
I'm extremely fine.
All
It was quite an eventful lunch,
it
which
was.
I think you'll be telling us about.
Exactly. So welcome to Tuchel Divas. And Yash, let's start with you. Initial reaction. Why is Thomas Tuchel sacked? Was there a good reason for him to be sacked?
No, what I want to ask is Roman still in control of Chelsea? Is he the puppet master?
Dude, just because no, let's not get there. He is not in control of Chelsea. That is for 100% sure. But let's talk about Thomas.
Actually, that's true because I don't think even Roman would have spent 300 million on his squad and then sacked the manager a week after the transfer window ends. This is shambles. But from whatever reports that we are getting, it seems that Bully thinks he's completely in charge and he wants to get rid of anything that says Abramovich, which of course Tuchel does because he was the last appointed manager by Roman. So yeah.
Doesn't that include the club itself? Shouldn't he be getting rid of Chelsea as a whole because of the impression?
He should rename, dude. He should do the classic Indian thing and rename the club.
Oh God! What is
he's American, so it should be as easy as the shifting base.
Yeah.
Wait, Baru. So if he's going to rename Chelsea, what will it be? Like Raj Ghat is going to be renamed as what now?
Kartavya FC.
So is that what? But anyway, coming back to Tuchel, Baru, Yash has blamed the club and everyone other than Tuchel, but this guy has not been getting results for so long, and he's just he went crazy. Did a post-match interview after they lost to Dynamo Zagreb. He said, I don't know what to do. They're not listening to me. So if a manager says all that after spending so much money of the new owners, he will be sacked, no?
Yeah, it does seem like that because he portrayed it that they weren't listening to him. But if you look at the transfer market, apart from what Barcelona did to Chelsea, he seems to have got his way, right?
Yeah, he did get his way. And there was this report where I read basically that they got rid of everyone and Todd Bowley basically told Thomas Tuchel, you tell me exactly what do you want and are my new player list every week. That's okay. Ye bhi low. And Bowley was like, what's going on, man? And I guess he was already on short lease.
Isn't there a Matt Law article that says that he wasn't really responding too much on their WhatsApp groups and that is why he's getting kicked out because he didn't want to be a part of that group, that just talks every day and discusses football every day. He wanted to be in his own zone as a manager with his own coaches. He didn't want too much interference from these owners. But Bowley seems to be a very hands-on owner and that didn't work out for him, I guess.
Yes, okay. While Baru is getting his food delivered from one of the apps, Yash. But why is it that you're not blaming Thomas Tuchel for anything yet?
See, I think there's a lot of blame to go around, including to Thomas Tuchel, because, of course, I wouldn't say the results speak for themselves. I think the performances are pretty bad. They needed a VAR to bail them out on the weekend to lose to this random Croatian team I don't even know a single player from Dynamo Zagreb, which is bad enough. That performance against Leeds was pretty bad. And from some communications from Chelsea, we are finding out that Tuchel cannot work with groups apparently. So it's as opposed to his football acumen, which seems to be good. His man management is being called into question here, and we kind of know that from the beginning, right? Because when he had arrived at Chelsea, he mentioned that I love it here. A couple of years ago, he said, I love it here because I don't have to do anything apart from just come up with the strategy and tell the players how to play. But in a long term, a manager needs to do a lot more. And clearly, he's not capable of that.
Man, what a sad day. So, but there was one more report coming out from the clubs. Basically, club is leaking that, Thomas Tuchel. So they had doubts on Thomas Tuchel even in the summer. This is what was the surprising bit. So if they had doubts on him on the summer, why did they just spend all the money on the players he wants?
They should have kicked him out. I think it's just... there probably would have been too much heat on them because he had won the Champions League the previous season and finished a respectable third. And reached to finals of the domestic cup. So I think there just wasn't enough of a reason to sack him despite their desire to do so.
Wow. But man, Todd Bowley seems like he is American Roman Abramovich, doesn't he?
Probably. I mean, yeah. So he seems to have imbibed the trigger happy part of it, but Roman did appoint a bunch of good people below him.
Yeah,
Right now, I don't think Chelsea have a sporting director, right? I mean, he
what's
got
good?
rid of Czech.
They don't have a
Marina.
CEO. They don't have a sporting director.
Yeah. So
Now
I
they
mean,
don't have a
the only
coach.
thing left for him today is to take over as manager, Todd Bowley, right? That's like,
Dude, he should, no? He should. Like, if you owned a club, wouldn't you want to be a manager at least for 2 weeks?
yeah, that'd be fun. I mean, and I think from our WhatsApp chatter, it seems that they're going to appoint Potter,
Yes.
who's clearly not a short fix. So I think, I mean, this season is like a write-off for Chelsea.
Already? Wow.
No, but what is the point of appointing Potter then? Potter's like a 3-year project. He has to teach how to
pass?
he has to teach his style to all these players. No, he has to teach Mason Mount and all to play like Trossard and whoever else. Because at Brighton, we saw how interchangeable all the players are.
Yeah, they're so interchangeable that one of them is already in Chelsea. He's changed clubs. So, all right, Tanuj, are you done taking your food delivery?
Yes. It wasn't food delivery. It was the Iron Man had done.
Iron
the
Man.
Marvel guy.
That is...
The local Iron Man.
Is he called Shakti Man?
He uses AI to press clothes.
Oh man. All right. How is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang feeling? He said it's so nice. I feel happy to be working with Thomas again.
Yeah. Now it's just a sad story now. I mean, firstly, in his, it's very weird. I mean, firstly, during his unveiling video, he reached 45 minutes late. So he got fined, I think, 2 weeks' wages or something. Already. So that is before he even stepped into Stamford Bridge. They did it on the training ground itself, and I think he messed up over there. Second, he comes out and gives this interview that, this is what I want. Not the club, not something else. I'm reunited with this guy. I'll be working with him again. And now this happens, Some Arsenal fans were calling him Snake for some time. I don't know why. But I think even those guys won't be calling him Snake anymore. They'll just be pitying him.
How is he a Snake?
Right now. I mean, it's just a sad
I don't understand this Arsenal fan.
It's a sad story from footballing perspective. But as an employee of a company where you've got a 2-year contract when you're past your prime with an extension of 1 year, I think that's a pretty good deal for Abba. He can continue doing his club routes and chill with DT and troops in the gang. And probably establish Chelsea fan TV. I don't know.
Oh, Chelsea fan TV. Oh God, is Troops becoming a Chelsea fan? Oh, a slight deviation. Baru and I were discussing over lunch, about how Troops was watching the Manchester United versus Arsenal game on the weekend. Right. And when Arsenal score, then Troops was calling Lisandro Martinez a midget. Okay? Clearly forgetting that there is
vertically.
I don't know. There's a height challenged person who he was doing a watch along with. Vertically challenged person who is doing watch along with.
No, man. I'm yet
Did
to
you
catch
watch
up
that clip? I'm sure you've seen the clip.
Yeah, the caption is the best 2 minutes of football you'll be watching this weekend. So. And it's got no football in it.
How, what is with the lack of self-awareness when you're calling a regular heighted person a midget while sitting with...
But that's what makes Troops amazing. Right? He's straight from the heart. He doesn't stop to think.
Filter it out.
Yeah. Filter it out or give it any analysis.
Baru, if you're working in your company and you keep calling a junior of yours, say, Bone, at what point will you be fired?
I don't know if it's like a regular Indian company. They would just assume that I'm talking about the first sale of the day or something.
Boni. All right. Okay, so who are the favorites? Yash was telling me that Graham Potter, it looks like, I have a feeling they'll appoint Graham Potter, but there's this chatter, Baru, about Mauricio Pochettino. Oh God, what is it, the scary talk? Has Chelsea lost it completely now if they appoint Poch?
Yeah, I think he and Conte are doing this weird dance. So I don't know what's happening over there. But I did see like the template resurfaced of the manager's thing, and it's like Zinedine Zidane is learning English just so that he can say no to Chelsea. So yeah, that was.
Or you think Chelsea are so scared to appoint a manager because 3 days before that Barcelona will take them away?
Yeah, but the thing about Chelsea is that they actually do good with temp managers more than regular managers, right? I mean, Champions League or whatever, FA Cup they won, was it Europa? I don't know. All 3.
Europa was won with Benitez. Champions League was won with Di Matteo one of the times. Yeah, I mean, they do okay with temp
managers. Even Tuchel came as mid-season when he won.
Yeah, Tuchel came on a 1.5 year contract.
So he was not a temp. He was he just passed.
He came on a 1.5 year contract, and they asked him that time, did your tenure of the contract worry you? He said, in the first I was like, what is this? They don't trust me enough. They're giving me only a 1.5 year. Then I realized in like 4 months, if I don't perform, they'll sack me anyway. So I'm like, whatever it is, let me just get here. Man.
How many months did he have left?
How many months? I think they extended his contract by 1 more year or something. But the thing is, there's talk. So there's another story playing out. Poor guy, he's going to eat one fellow's job. RB Leipzig was about to fire their manager and appoint Marco Rose. And that was like almost a done deal till today morning. And now there are reports coming in that Tuchel probably will be appointed by Leipzig by the end of the week.
Yeah, but that makes a lot of sense because Leipzig is a rough Ragnick entity and this guy is rough DNA. Right?
Yeah, but imagine Timo Werner will look at Tuchel once he enters the Leipzig. He's like, oh God. Anyway, enough of this. Let's talk a little about football. Yes, Sawant, I saw some very happy Instagram posts of yours. 3-1 win to Manchester United over the Arsenal.
Yes, buddy. It was a good game. It was a good weekend. It was finally last season there was a win as well. But while Ole was in charge, United had not won a game against Arsenal. So it was not a feeling that I was too familiar with in recent times.
Oh, okay. Who played well? Who played the best?
I think for me it was our heart patient Eriksen.
Why is he playing so much? I thought he's...
God knows, man. I'm scared. I'm really scared. One of these days something might happen. I mean, jokes apart, because... And the obvious reason is that there is no one else, because United fans have been crying about McTominay and Fred for like 4 years, and finally there's one guy who can pass a straight ball to Bruno through the midfield.
Yeah, right? But McTominay played well.
Yeah. I mean, McTominay is made for these games, right? Where he has to hustle and bully people against one of the big teams. So it's generally teams that play physical and all where McTominay meets his match where he doesn't do well, which is like half the Premier League. But in this game, like two of the goals were started by Eriksen, playing a straight pass to Bruno, which neither of them are capable.
All right.
By neither I mean Fred and McTominay. So he obviously impressed.
Talking of capability, Baru, is Mikel Arteta capable?
I think he showed how incapable he was with that. He thought it's going to be like a master stroke with those 3 subs coming on. Whatever, 60, 65 it was. He thought this is going to change the game. And it did. I mean, suddenly Arsenal they lost their shape. They had no idea what they were doing. And just having Vieira on your back, even though he had a good game, decent 4 or 5 touches, whatever he got. But having Vieira on the back doesn't like really change games at Old Trafford anymore. So.
Wow. But Arsenal is still on top of the table. It's just that they won't go the season unbeaten.
Yeah, so at least the pressure's off. As I always used to say, usually at the first game or the second game of the season. This time it took 5 games. But the pressure is off. We can now focus on our football. And it also showed how important certain rape accused are in the midfield and how important it was for Arteta to, replace him in this transfer window, which didn't happen. Now, if that's Arteta's fault or the management's fault, like whatever, the owner's fault, that's up for debate. But yeah, that was a massive hole in the midfield that he should have filled, and he didn't. So now he's got a halfling, or how they call them in the new Lord of the Rings show, the half-foots in midfield with wearing Vieira's jersey. I don't know what's going to happen.
Man, I love how in this podcast we're putting up questions up for debate for others.
It's a podcast that makes you think, man.
Yeah. All right. On that note, we should take a break. After the break, let's talk about the player of the week. And is there any update on Chelsea? Yash, we'll talk about that. And then obviously what games you want to watch on the weekend. So stay tuned to Football Twaddle. All right, welcome back to Football Twaddle. Yes, Savant, who has been your player of the week? Are you sticking to Christian Eriksen?
Yeah, although I'm tempted to go towards Cristiano Ronaldo, I will stick to Eriksen.
Oh, why are you tempted to go towards Cristiano Ronaldo?
Because I think he was a game changer. Either the Arsenal fans were overawed by him or they fell to the propaganda of the people that he's useless. So two of the goals at United, like they converged on him, like they're like stray dogs when biscuits are thrown, assuming that he'll get dispossessed. And he played like a simple pass which started the moves.
Wait, so you're actually serious that Cristiano played really well?
No, man. It's just that, both those moves were started with, I don't know, for whatever reason, like more than one Arsenal player being attracted to Ronaldo.
Is it decoy you're saying?
Anyway, I think Eriksen is someone that I would stick to because this was... Anyway,
all right. Baru, who is your player of the week?
I don't know. I haven't thought about it, so I'll just give it to Haaland. Because he did pretty well in the Champions League also. Did you see the meme of KDB just staring down at the ball? Right. And he's like, I don't care. Haaland's probably inside. Let me just...
Wow. Wait, but forget Champions League. So you're saying that he did well in Champions League, but he drew against Aston Villa. And Steven Gerrard's reputation as a manager has been enhanced. But in spite of that, you're giving it to Haaland.
Yep.
Wow. And you are... Is he your captain?
He scored a hat-trick in the middle of the week, which we didn't speak about because it's not very relevant.
Yeah. That was against Crystal Palace, right?
Yeah.
My player of the week is... Who do I say? Okay, let me say Leandro Trossard for Brighton. When they thrashed Leicester 5-2. Yes, I have a feeling Leicester are going to get relegated this season.
Or maybe they'll have like an Everton-like season where they'll just stay up because that midfield is just too strong. I don't know. They just sleepwalked into the situation, man. They've not backed Brendan. I think that better players don't want to be there.
And they sold everyone.
No, they still have that midfield. No, Madison, NDD, Tielemans, and even Barnes is a decent player. So yeah, they're okay. Vardy is still around. I think they just have enough good players to like keep them up.
All right, but I would give it to Trossard, and now that Graham Potter is going to come to Chelsea, I think we will see a downward turn in Brighton's fortune. So it's better to mention a Brighton player's name now. All right, guys, what games are you going to watch this weekend?
I'm going to watch Man City versus Tottenham. I think this is going to be a high quality encounter because these are the two teams doing well.
So are you expecting 6 goals from Haaland?
No, I think he'll be kept down to 1.
Wow, what is the score going to be?
I still think Man City are going to win 3-2 because it's at Emirates. But because Tottenham will be busy marking Haaland, our other star players from Man City will come through.
Who? KDB?
Foden and Mahrez. I mean,
okay, fine. Who will score more goals in this game? Harry Kane or Haaland?
Oh, I think both of them will score 1 each.
All right. Okay. Baru, what are you watching on the weekend?
The London Derby of the week is a very boring match. It's Fulham versus Chelsea.
Damn.
So, yeah, but because it's got Mitrovic, I'll just watch it. So.
Wow. Wow.
Probably make him my captain because this club is in disarray and I think Mitrovic might take some fayda of that.
No new manager bounce.
There is no new manager yet. So the bounce will come after he's appointed. He's not going to be appointed by this. Oh, all right. I am going to watch the battle of the ex-Reds managers. Brenda versus Steven Gerrard. Leicester versus Aston Villa.
Wow. You mean past versus future managers?
Yeah. I have a feeling the past is going to win. And the Hindu Rashtra will be established with Leicester first. Wait, let me look at the table. Where is Leicester? So as the table stands,
on the bottom.
Leicester is 1 point from 6. So I think Brendan Rodgers, now that the sack season has started, Brendan Rodgers probably has like a week and a half to save his life. So he literally has to win against Aston Villa, who themselves are 17th. So yeah, it's going to be a good game. I have a feeling it's going to be like 6-4 for Leicester.
Right.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. All right. Who is Arsenal playing, Baru?
He's playing Everton.
Oh, easy.
It's the start of a very rough month, rough 30 days for Arsenal.
Why?
So after Everton, we'll be facing Brentford away, and that's the last game for EPL for September. Then we've got Tottenham, we've got I think City, we've got Liverpool, yeah, and then the biggest game of all, it's Leeds versus Arsenal.
Yes, I don't know why that is the biggest, but we'll talk about it then. Alrighty, boys. Thank you for making time for Emergency Tuchel podcast.
All right.
All right, take care. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.